Nagato. Got no father like I'm Naruto. Keep the blade on me, Ichigo. Who really wanna go toe for toe? GTR from Tokyo. Diamonds whipping up on the stove. Lucky man like a 4-leaf clove. Diamonds wanna go.
Hello everyone, this is Nagato Revenge here. Hope you guys are having an awesome Monday for today. In today's video, I'm going to be showcasing on how to connect your DualShock PlayStation 4 controller to your PlayStation Vita using Bluetooth. With that being stated out the way as well, if you guys could please be sure to follow my latest social media so you'll never forget the latest hacking guides and tutorials I'll drop on my channel. My goal is to try to drop a video every single day of the week, but I usually try to update weekly and every 2 or 3 days. So make sure to go ahead and follow my social medias. With that being stated out the way as well, if you do want to join my community and you want to support my channel even more, you can feel free to join my official Discord. Not only that, you can meet new people from the modding and hacking scene. You can get support for your favorite consoles such as the PlayStation 4, PS3, Vita, and such things like that. Or if you just want to join the chat and talk to me on a daily basis, you could just go ahead and join the official Discord, and you could join that by looking in the link in the description below, or just check it on the screen and type in the URL for your respective web browser. So you just type in Chrome and join that way. With that being stated out the way as well, if you do want to support my channel, of course this is optional. You can feel free to donate any of the money that I may receive via my PayPal. I'll have the link right now showcased on the screen and also in the link in below. It will help me buy things like a better microphone. It will help me buy better equipment such as a camera, so I can showcase the best tutorials on YouTube for y'all guys to learn on how to hack your favorite systems. With all that fun stuff getting out the way, we could go ahead and get started on the prerequisites and things you'll need for today's video. So of course you need a modded PlayStation Vita or PSTV via using the Henkaku, H-Encore, or the Trinity hack. Your system needs to either be on firmware 3.60 to 3.70. So if you're on 3.71, unfortunately you cannot do this unless a developer releases a hack for that firmware. If you don't know how to hack and you have a Vita that's on 3.70 firmware, I'll have a card right now to showcase on how to do that, since I have a tutorial on that. So you could just go ahead and click that one first, watch this video, and then you could come back to this video so you could be on the same page as me. Some other things that you need for this video is the latest version of VitaShell. You also need the latest version of AutoPlugin.VPK, and you also need the latest version of DS4 Vita plugin from Xerpi. You could get that with you could get that with AutoPlugin.VPK. That's how I'm going to be showcasing that in today for the installation. You need, of course, a DualShock PS4 controller. Make sure it is charged before doing this, and of course you need either a USB charging cable or FileZilla FTP client. Since I'm going to be streaming my Vita to the screen using OBS, I'm just going to be using FileZilla FTP client, but USB charging cable method is always much better, since you could transfer files faster rather than through your Wi-Fi. Some tips and reminders I want to go over first before we get started on the video. So if you're doing this for the very first time pairing the controllers, you may just want to pause the video right here just to understand the instructions. I'm just giving the instructions right now so you can see and showcase, but in the video I'll explain a little bit more about that. But this is how you would do it. You will just go into your settings on your Vita, then go in devices and Bluetooth settings. Then what you will do is basically take your DualShock 4 controller, press share and the PlayStation button or the home button on the DualShock 4 controller, and for about 3 to 4 seconds until the light bar starts to blink very quickly. So it'll do it like rapidly for those 3 or 4 seconds. Then your PS4 controller should be connected and paired, so don't do this over when it appears. And then once you already have that and a plugin installed, if you just hit your PlayStation button, it will automatically connect to the PlayStation Vita. So that's pretty much that. With all that getting stated out the way as well, I just want to give a special thanks to the developer Xerpi for making this plugin and making this possible. You could do this with a PS3 remote and also a Wii remote, which is pretty odd, but I think that's cool. And I just want to give a credit out to the TheHeroGAC for making the AutoPlugin.VPK, which helps us in the Vita scene to install plugins quickly, and it's way much faster than doing it just from a config txt and manually. So shouts out to him. With all that being, or basically with all that stuff being out the way, we're going to get started on the PC portion of this tutorial. So meet you guys there. Alrighty guys, so assuming that you did follow all the prerequisites as I stated in the intro, we could go ahead and get started on the PC side of things, or I should say the Vita side of things. First thing what we need to do is just go ahead and open up VitaShell. So if you're using a Trinity exploit, go ahead and run the Trinity exploit first, or if you're using Henkaku or H-Encore, go ahead and do that. Since I'm on Henkaku Enzo, I already have Henkaku at boot, so I could skip that step. What we're going to do is go into VitaShell first. And what we need to do is go hit start, and we need to go and transfer over AutoPlugin.VPK from our systems, or basically from our PC. So what we're going to do now is just go ahead and hit start. If you're going to be transferring this file over USB, go ahead and take your USB cable, plug it into the PC, and then also plug it into your Vita, and make sure by hitting select first to get this menu, and then just hitting left and right on your D-pad to select if you're going to be using USB to transfer your file over. Since I'm going to be using the FileZilla FTP method, what I'm going to be doing is just go ahead and switching this to FTP. Make sure your Wi-Fi is on for this portion of the video. And what we need to do now is just go ahead and hit select, and you should see your Vita's FTP server running. So just leave your Vita where it is at right now, or your PlayStation TV, and what we're going to do is go ahead and transfer over to the PC and get AutoPlugin installed by using FileZilla FTP client. So meet you guys for that part. Alrighty guys, so we're back onto the PC. What we need to do now is go ahead and take our AutoPlugin.VPK. Of course, there will be a download in the description below for this file right here. It'll just get it off of GitHub, and you can just put it on your desktop. Once you have AutoPlugin.VPK, what we're going to do is go into FileZilla FTP client. I'll also have a download for that in the description. And what we're going to do is just type in our Vita's IP. So let me do that right now. And then the next step, what you need to do is just go ahead and type in the port 1337 and just hit quick connect. And then from here, if you get this insecure FTP connection, all you have to do is just go ahead and click on this right here, and then just hit OK. It's just some error that randomly pops up, I guess, for FileZilla when trying to FTP files from the Vita. But all you would have to do is fairly simple, is take this AutoPlugin.VPK file and just drag it into UX0 right here. And then I already have it on my Vita, but I'm just going to go ahead and overwrite it. It shouldn't take too long to transfer since the file is like 5.2 megabytes. So once it's basically finished copying over, what we're going to do is just go to our PlayStation Vita, and then we're going to go ahead and install AutoPlugin.VPK. So I'll meet you guys back onto the Vita. Alrighty guys, so we're back onto the PlayStation Vita as shown here. What we could do is just hit circle from our FTP server to close. Where we're going to go to is UX0 as showcased here. Go hit X, scroll all the way down until you see AutoPlugin.VPK. So here's the AutoPlugin.VPK highlighted. And then all you would have to do is just go ahead and install it just like any other homebrew or VPK file. Just go ahead and hit X. It shouldn't take too long to install since I already had it previously installed, but as showcased on the screen, once it's fully finished, what we're going to do is basically install it once we're in AutoPlugin.VPK, because it has to extract out all of the plugins itself. So it's almost done as showcased on the screen here. Hopefully it doesn't take too much longer. Still waiting. Alright, so it's done as showcased here. What we need to do is go scroll to where you see AutoPlugin.VPK. It will be at the bottom, and you'll see it like bouncing up and down, but since I already had it previously installed, it didn't do that. So here's AutoPlugin.VPK. All you would have to do is just go ahead and hit OK on it.
As long as I can remember.
And then once you get AutoPlugin into the thing, it will basically just showcase all of your plugins right here. So what we need to do is go to plugins for Vita, go to install plugins, scroll where you have your plugins located. So if you have your plugins in URL0, just go ahead and install it there. If you have it UX0, aka your memory card, go ahead and install it to that part by hitting on toggling left and right like this on your shoulder buttons. But what we're going to do is go ahead and scroll down to DS4 Vita, which is basically your PS or DualShock 4 to your Vita as a controller, as showcased here. So control your Vita with a DualShock 4. All we have to do is just go ahead and hit X, and then it'll say DualShock 4 has been installed. And what you want to do now is hit start on your Vita, and then basically your PlayStation Vita will restart. So that's what I'm going to showcase on the screen. I'm going to restart my Vita, and then once it's fully back up, what we're going to do is go ahead and showcase the next step on how to get your PS4 controller to play on your Vita. So meet you guys for that. Alright guys, so as showcased here, basically my PlayStation Vita has fully restarted, so I'm going to just open it up. Where we need to go to is scroll down to settings, so let me do that right now. And then once you're in settings, what we need to go is to devices, and then from here go to Bluetooth devices, and what we need to do is just leave it on this screen. So what you want to do now is go ahead and get your DualShock 4 controller, and then I'm going to go ahead and tell you the next steps on what to do on your PlayStation Vita. Alright guys, so what you want to do now is take your DualShock 4 controller, you want to hold the PlayStation button and also share at the same time, and you should see your thing flicker really fast if you have the plugin set up right. As showcased here, you should get the little message that's saying that the device has connected, and as showcased here, here's me using my DualShock 4 controller on my Vita, so you could clearly see that I am not, touching my Vita at all, and you could see me moving my directional pad buttons and opening up, homebrew and stuff like that in this video. So as showcased here, I'm just on the MGBA emulator that I recently talked about in my video 2 or 3 days ago. If you want to check out on how to install Game Boy Advance games on your Vita, I suggest follow the card right here. But all that fun stuff stating right now, if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to share with your friends. If you need any help installing it or you had any issues, please go ahead and join my Discord. But with all that fun stuff out the way, my name's Nagato and I'm signing out. Thank you guys for watching.
Of course, I love the llamas.
Nice and silky smooth.